Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessie. If you are new here, I'm in the same place as my last video because I'm trying to kick out 2 filming videos at once. I also have a buddy here. Finn, look. Hi. But today I thought I would take you quickly through the updates that we've made to our debt snowball. The amount hasn't necessarily changed. In fact, I think since the last time you guys saw this, the amount has gone up, which I will explain to you, but I wanted to kind of take you through what our debt snowball currently is looking at, like what we changed, why we changed it, and a little bit of our plans moving forward. Cora's out there, which is why I have the door open, so if you hear any noise, you're on my windowsill, so it is what it is. But if you're new here, again, my name's Jessie. I do videos all about like living with chronic illness, lifestyle. I do a lot of vlogs, but I also like to talk about personal finance. It's something that I think is very interesting. It's very empowering, but we also have a lot of debt, so it's something that we kind of have to keep our minds wrapped around, if you know what I mean. So today I'm going to take you through my debt snowball quickly, so let me pull that up. Okay, so if you watch my budget videos, you've seen this spreadsheet. I keep everything in here. It's just easier for it all to be in one place. So this is my little debt tab, and I have everything over here, and it's kind of all got its own little like spreadsheety things. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I wanted to show you where we're at currently. So we actually had a little bit, we had about $5,000 worth of debt added to our debt snowball because Ben had to close out his business, and unfortunately he had $5,000 of debt in his business, and we had to take that on. The only other option was for him to bankrupt his business, and it just didn't make sense, so we took on that amount, which sucks, but it is what it is. So that's why our debt snowball went up a little bit in the amount. But what I wanted to tell you guys about is that Ben actually consolidated 3 of his 4 credit cards with Citibank, I believe. So his 3 highest like interest, like 17 to 20% credit cards, he was able to roll over into a $20,000 loan with Citi. It still is 11.99% interest, which is still high in my opinion, but it's less than it was, so that is what that is. Okay, so Finn is apparently going to be co-hosting the rest of this video, but I don't remember what I was talking about, so we'll just keep going. So we still have, like I said, technically more debt than we did before. Anyway, it is what it is. We're at where we're at. So right now Ben still has 1 credit card for about $7,000. It has 15.74% interest, so we are going to try to pay that one off first. I don't necessarily think you should always go after your highest interest. You need to make a decision, can you see this dog, for you know what works best for you, but I do think we're going to try to, any extra that we have each month, we're going to try to put toward the credit card first to get that paid off. My capital loan, which is my personal loan, which is what I paid my credit cards off a couple years ago, is at $12,464. I have a 9.45% interest rate. Like I said, Ben's Citi loan is at $20,000. Our car loan is just at about $13,000. That will not be something that we'll pay off early because, quite honestly, like, I'm not worried about that. It has a very low interest rate, 3.95, and I'm more worried about paying off these. Even my student loans, honestly, I want to pay those off, but I want to get rid of consumer debt. I mean, we have almost $40,000 of consumer debt, which is disgusting, and I don't want to deal with that anymore. So that is what we really want to try to pay off in the next couple of years. I'm hoping that this YouTube channel will keep growing, and then I can start using some money that I get from that to pay off debt, because that would be like absolutely huge because I love making videos, so like how fun would that be? But then if you move on, everything in blue is our student loans. So most of those have a pretty low interest rate, or they're in deferment right now, so I'm not paying on them. So Ben has a very small loan with Discover. It's only got about $2,300 on it, so honestly that'll probably, well, it's a really low payment though, so we'll continue paying that one off. I'm not very worried about that. Then he has a Moella loan at about $9,775, 6.8%. His AES loan is his biggest loan. So these are his 3 student loans. And then I have 2 student loans, but they're very, very high. I went to a private college, and like my parents didn't co-sign except for my freshman year, so I had like outrageous interest rates. So it just like the amount of debt that I have is almost all interest from those 3+ years, actually even more than that, until I figured out that I could consolidate some of that debt somewhere else. I used to have SoFi or Sophie, or do you see? And it was like, I mean, it was like 13% interest on $30,000 of loans. It was disgusting. So these are still not like super low interest rates, but they are what they are. So sorry, I have dog hair all up in my nose right now. So that's kind of where we're at. We have almost $126,000 worth of debt, which is just like not my favorite. I also added this little section right here of savings. We have about $5,000 worth of savings. I obviously would really love that to be more, because $5,000 is really only like a month of expenses for us, if that. So I would love that to be more, but right now I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna like take a couple months, tackle debt, and then we'll take a couple months and add money to savings. So we're kind of going to do that. The last 2 months we've added money to savings, and now we're going to add money to debt. So we're kind of just going to do things like that so we can try to like get through this stuff. Debt is just like so terrible. I mean, if you guys watch our videos, like it's like, you know, like almost $2,000 a month we pay in debt payments, and we bring in $7 grand a month. So you take out 2, and then you take out basically 2 for like rent and utilities, and then like $3,000 is still a lot of money to live off of, but we somehow go through that too. so like we usually only have like $1,000 to $2,000 left over at the end of the month. So even putting that, you know, if we put $1,000 toward his credit card a month, we still won't pay that off for 7 months. So it's just really, debt is just really terrible, you know, and it's where we're at right now, and unfortunately what we have to deal with. But I'm hoping with like Ben's job, and he should get like hopefully with Ben's job, like he makes a really good salary. Right now I'm only bringing in part of my salary, but we'll probably start bringing in some more of it to pay off debt or to put into savings and stuff, because I'm not making a ton right now. I only have 2 clients. So but that should be something that I should be able to up in the next couple of months, like maybe get more clients or take on more projects for the current clients that I have. Half of this video is just going to be me cutting out me yelling at Finn because he's doing something stupid. So it's just an interesting day. So yeah, that's just, I mean, like I said, our plan moving forward is any extra money that we have at the end of the month, we're going to put toward debt, unless we have something that we have to pay for. Like if we have a doctor's bill, like Ben's getting surgery, like wisdom teeth removal in July. So like those types of things, obviously we'll have to pay for some of that out of pocket, and just like other things like that. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll continue to pay off as we go. And like hopefully you guys like share my channel with people, make sure you're watching these videos, because like I would love to get to the point where I have more people watching these videos, not only for like monetary, though that would be great. I mean, who wouldn't like to make money creating videos? Like, I shouldn't say that, not everybody likes creating videos, but like those of us that make them, I would love to to make some money doing it. But it would also just be cool to like have more people. I feel like you guys have such good ideas and you're so helpful, not only about like the debt and personal finance stuff, but even just like regular life stuff. Whenever I'm talking to you guys about migraines or, you know, other things going on in my life, you always have really good tips. So I always really appreciate that. But yeah, we have to find some more ways to bring in some more income. It's kind of on me because Ben brings in a really good income right now and he works a lot. So it's like, it's not his time to like find a second job or something like that. That's just like not gonna work. So for me, there is an option to go back to a full-time job. I really don't want to, but obviously if I need to, I 100% would. But to be honest, I make more an hour doing freelance stuff, and it's stuff that I enjoy. I just would need to bring on more clients. So but if the like right opportunity popped up, like the right yeah, like the right opportunity, if it was a work from home type thing and I could do like some writing and stuff like that, and it was for a company that I cared about, I would totally be open to it, especially if it helped with our debt and stuff and we could pay that off. But for now, I'm just thinking of other ways. I love to create content. I love working for my clients. So maybe finding ways to bring on some more projects. But that's kind of where we're at with our debt right now. If you didn't look at it while I was showing you, we have $39,658 of consumer debt. That is personal loans, medical debt, credit card, stupidity, those types of things. A lot of it is from when Ben got sick a few years ago, and then we made a couple of just really stupid investments. I've done a video on this. I'll link it up here if you're interested. But we made some pretty stupid investments that at the time, like, we didn't think were stupid. We weren't making a stupid decision, but we were kind of doing the like, let's do what everybody else is doing, and we invested in coaches that like didn't help us at all, and it wasn't necessarily the coaches' faults. Anyway, if you're interested in that, you can watch the video. But our car debt is about $13,000, which is technically consumer debt, but I'm just keeping it because I'm not worried about that as much. And our student loan debt is almost $73,000. It's $72,963.84. So a lot of student loan debt, and we'll see how that goes. But honestly, our biggest focus in the next couple of years is getting this consumer debt out of the way. We would love to buy a house at some point, or at least move into a rent. We love this house, but move into a rental house that is a little bit nicer in a different part of town. I kind of mentioned this in my video that I did the other day, which I'll also link if I haven't already, our June budget. But we had thought about moving to a different house to rent, but we currently are paying $15.95 a month plus utilities, so 15, 16, 17, 18, about $18.95 a month. He upped our rent about $100, which is nothing because this house could easily rent for like $18, $19, $2,000 in the current Raleigh market. If you are unfamiliar, all houses are like more expensive right now, but Raleigh is like one of the top places that people are moving. So it's so expensive. Like, even if we wanted to buy right now and we could, we wouldn't. So that's kind of where we're at right now, but we're hoping that we can like pay off some consumer debt in the next few years, build some sort of like nest egg with savings, and then maybe buy a house in the next 5-7 years. But it's not like a necessity. I would just be happy to be able to rent something that's a little bit more expensive, only because we would get a little bit more for it. Like, I would really love a more open kitchen. Sorry, I'm wearing a skirt, so this is my leg. Like, I would love a more open kitchen and just a little bit more space in like our living area. Our bedrooms are really big, but we're like rarely in here. So that's kind of the plan, but that's where we're at as far as our debt snowball goes. I hope that you enjoyed this little update and kind of chat with me about what our plan is moving forward. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like it if you did, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if there's any other types of financial videos you'd like to see. I usually do a monthly reset video that shows the budget, what my budget's gonna look like next month, and then I usually do an end of the month budget showing what happened the previous month. So like you'll see the June budget recap or the May budget recap in a couple days. So, but if there's ever anything else that you want to see personal finance wise or any other videos, let me know. Hopefully I'll have some vlogs coming soon. Honestly, I've just had so many migraines that I haven't been vlogging. But yeah, I will see you in the next video.